part two, ladies and gentlemen, in case I forget to write it down in the caption. So this is part two. Go back and watch part one if you want to have the full details and continuing on from there. So, like I said, this person that left you for someone else because they were in competition with you, they felt like they needed to be on top of you, even though you didn't feel that way. All you wanted to do was live happy, have a good time in life, and share. Sharing, equal give and take. That's all you wanted. You wasn't asking for much. And this person knows that. For some reason, they still had a problem with you being on top because that's what you were. They didn't want to tell you they was on top. I don't know if some of you kind of call it how this person like maybe talks to you sometimes. Like there's something up with what they say or something like that. Yeah, look, they got 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You can't see these cards, but I'm telling you the truth about what I've got here. You got the 3 of Cups. Yeah, I'm sorry, 3 of Pentacles. Heavy earth signs. Some of y'all dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. Okay, because we got 4 cards out here of earth energy. Heavy. So, with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, yeah, this person, trying to come up, moving so fast, trying to be on top, make somebody think that, they somebody almighty, but they was going into a relationship for money, and, for looks or for what everything looked like. This person may have something made it look like they had a bunch of money, but they didn't. They come to find out they got themselves into some shit that they some of them they can't get out of. They got themselves in some kind of mix. It could be, with a child or something like that. But with the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, that means, this was a collaboration that went to hell, okay? This is a collaboration that went totally to hell because this person moved too damn fast, thinking that their magical powers that they had, like you, was going to put them on top. And they would be like, nah, they was doing this kind of in a way. I'm hearing this. Nah, 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 nah. I got to her or I got to him. I'm on top and I'm going to throw it in their face and show them, I'm with somebody better looking. They got better cars. They got better this. They got better that. That ain't what the fuck happened, okay? That ain't what happened. It was all just an illusion. It was all hyped up. It was all hyped up. We got the Emperor in reverse here. And when your friend, your ex, or whatever it may be, like I said, family, could be a family member, could be a friend, anybody. This Emperor in reverse here, and your friend, your ex, or whoever this may be, with the Emperor in reverse, this person was like intolerable. This person became, real mad behind what they thought was going to be something and end up being nothing. They end up having to do all this stuff that they didn't bargain for. They had to end up helping this person with their little teeny bit of money that they had, and they thought they was getting something out of it. I don't know, they was told a dream. They was told they were going to get some money for something, and none of it never happened. You know why? Because they sat up there and done you wrong. That's why. They turned their nice stuff into karmic energy. And what they threw out to you got thrown right back to them. They try to play you, or possibly they could have played you. You know what I'm saying? And then they ended up getting to this relationship thing and they got played. They got played way worse than they try to play you, girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah, the Lover's card is here, okay? We got the Lover's card. This lover, and on the picture, it's showing them two kissing each other, holding each other, but the woman got her hands in the man's pocket. So this is what this shit was about. She got hold of your man, your friend, and, made it look like they was lovers and they were going to, do all this together, do all that together. One big shit show, really. They turned your person and made them look shitty on what they was doing. Yeah, but she was taking all his money. It wasn't what he thought it was going to be, ladies and gentlemen. He or she. It didn't turn out the way they thought it was. They got jilted, jinxed, any other word you want to use. They got used and abused on top of that too with this person. Because sometimes I'm looking at the emperor, I'm getting the energy that whoever they was involved with was acting like a damn man. That woman had manly powers because she became the emperor upside down. This was her shit. She could do what she want to do with it. She ain't had much money, or if she did, she ain't getting nothing to this motherfucker like she said she gonna do, okay? Or he or she, however it fits, okay? No, he wasn't getting shit. She was the boss. Gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Get your own shit. Pull your own self together. This is the moral of the story. Stop trying to fuck with everybody else's shit to make your shit look good when you ain't even got shit. Get shit of your own, and you ain't got to worry about no shit like this, okay? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, that motherfucker was trying to dash out. He ain't want to be there no fucking more because his ass was getting towed the fuck up. And I ain't even lying. And this Eight of Wands, yeah, they want to reach out to you. They want to come back to you now. They want to come back to you. They start thinking about you. That's what I'm thinking about this lovers too. After they found out they got jilted and shit, got used and abused, this motherfucker was like, I gotta go. I made a mistake. I gotta get back to my girl or my boy that had it going on in the first place. King of Wands. Yeah, they was on top. They was like, they thought that the King of Wands is, or it could be a male or a female, right? Is somebody who likes to, move fast and shit like that. This person is very impulsive about shit. When they want to do something, they kind of become impulsive. They use their sex appeal. If they got sex appeal, they try, or they think they got it or something. So that's how they coming back at you real hard with this, King of Wands hanging up here with with they thinking their wand is going to do the deal. The wand is going to get you back to them. But they got, look, they came back around your way, collective. Look, hangman. Motherfucker, couldn't you put either spirit stop this fucker from coming around you and, block them, or you blocked them, you stopped them in their tracks because they was coming pretty fast with that king, trying to come fast and talk shit. They ain't tell you the truth about the situation. They ain't tell you the truth. They told you just a little bit of shit and hoping that get them over. Some of y'all, yeah, some of y'all it worked. Because you just ain't know. But some of y'all, it didn't work. You stopped them with the hangman. Stopped them in their fucking tracks. And with the Ace of Swords in reverse, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and there's no, I just told you they was lying. The Ace of Swords in reverse about somebody telling fucking lies. And they ain't, that's what they was doing. Coming back with a whole bunch of fucking lies, okay, about this situation they got themselves into. And why they just left you with no word, with nothing. Left you out in the cold, no, you probably needed some help or something like that. But you was always there for this motherfucker. But this person, like, they just fucking, they ain't give a shit. They didn't give a shit because in their mind, they really thought that they had something. They really thought they was going somewhere with something. But oh, Jesus Christ, when they got into that shit, it wasn't what they thought it was going to be. It didn't turn out the way they thought it was going to be. Why? Because they used their fucking magical powers to do the wrong thing. So that shit flipped on them. Strength in reverse. The bitch ain't got no strength. They weak. They ain't got no strength. They weak. This person burning the fuck out of them. They weak as hell. Seven of Pentacles. Now they trying to figure out how they're going to regroup and recoup. Sit up there waiting around. Another Pentacle card. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then they got a Tower moment here, which I'm saying they did. They got a Tower moment because they fucked with the wrong one. And you got a new start with the Wheel of Fortune. You put this person out. You stopped them in their track. Or Spirit came along and did this. They got their karma with that tower there. They got shut down because they was trying to still play games by lying, and all this lying stuff ain't do nothing but get them, their shit blown up all the way to hell. They blew that shit up all the way. They messed the whole thing up. Their whole game plan, has lost. They lost with this other person who they left you for. They lost. They lost in that game. They ain't gained nothing. All they did was bit off more than what they can chew. All they did was look on the outside, see how shiny this is and shiny that is, and that person looks, male or female. They ain't give a fuck what's going on in their brain. They just figure, oh, they got it together. They must have a good mind. Shit. You better. That's why this fucker had to backtrack. They fucking ate their ass up a fucking line. And let me tell you something. To this day, they wish they never met this retarded bitch because they had some mental illness problems going on in their family. And that bitch got caught up all in it. Got caught up on it. You know why? Because your friend had mental issues as well.